What it do, YouTube? What's happening? It's your boy, J-Indiana Jones, Mr. J-Indy Intellect, coming to y'all with a video. You know, I'm going to speak a little bit about the coronavirus and then just a few things that's on my mind, a few helpful tips, also just a few things that I feel that you need to know. So let's get started. First of all, today I'm accompanied by, of course, turquoise. I also have rhodonite today. Rhodonite, the stone of love. I also have a new amethyst piece. Jumping out the hand, jumping out the pot. And then I got I've been had this piece. I had asked them what it was because I had forgot what it was. And then, they told me to hold it in the light. Once I see them little stripes, I would know if it was either jasper or if it was a gate. Was that right? A gate? Or was it opal? I think it's a gate. Was it the jasper? I forgot. So what? Figure it out. I did a moon ritual with these the other day. I did a full moon ritual. Y'all need to get on y'all energy. Y'all need to understand what's out here when it's here. We just got this super moon, full moon that's like still in the sky, but the energy is a little bit past now. But it's still there. It's strong, luminous, great energy that you could have used as far as getting rid of old habits and starting anew. It was a lot of energy out there to get you what you needed or what you wanted in your now future. The future is now and now is the future. Okay, got that out the way. Y'all want to see something cool? Let me just show y'all this real quick. I know it's defeating the purpose. I know I'm supposed to be talking about coronaviruses, but have y'all ever seen a fallen angel before? Y'all haven't. Here you go. Uh-oh. Look at that. I'm ripping the book, I think. What about these guys? They look kind of scary on there. I probably shouldn't be showing y'all that. Y'all probably like, man, he's doing witchcraft. He's a warlock. Watch this. They all now fallen angels now. Some of them demons. Yeah, some of these guys is demons, y'all. Some of them demons. Some of them fallen angels. Spirits. These is heads of evil demons right here. The spirit, Antichrist. I can give y'all some names if y'all want them. I mean, there's more stuff. Of course, this book hooked up. If y'all didn't know what was going on here. You see these symbols right there, right? And then you check out my tattoos. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Check your boy out. Check out what you got going on there. What you got going on there? Hold on. What you got going on there, J-Indy? You probably can't see that good. That's copper, tin, and lead. Got that Sagittarius zodiac symbol. And a trilateral right there. And then, my bad, y'all. I can't even see right. The sun, the moon, and Mercury. Then, hold on. I know y'all like, damn, dude, you tripping. You ain't talking about nothing. You out there messing around with the camera. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit too much messing around. I read a couple of names. A deceiver, fallen angel, is Apollyon. He's the deceiver. The Nephthys of iniquity. His name is Belial. Belial. Vessels of wrath. That's Asmodeus and Tethys, the incubus. Here's another one. And you got Ophis, the Spirit Antichrist. You got Astroth, Manmon. These are different evil people. And totally, though, this is what the book is. If you didn't know, it was the Magus. Yes, a complete system of occult philosophy. Yes, it's the Magus. But the best thing about this book so far is chapter 2 is about magnetism. Like, come on, you can't beat that. Like, this book, here we go. I'll start right here. The magic, magnetism, Kabbalistic magic. What else to say? Trustees. Prophecy, prophetic, dreams, and inspiration. That's what some of your boy studies be on, just to let y'all know. If y'all want to get into occult philosophy, I recommend that you get the Magus. It's definitely appealing. I mean, it got some strong stuff. Like, I mean, look, the book just be moving by itself. I ain't finished reading. I'm going to let you know. See, I was originally scared to read it. I had this book since 2012. And I probably read maybe chapter 1, maybe 2 sections, 2 pages, 3 pages, something like that. But it's really difficult to read because it's like, for instance, if it said master, the S would be shaped like a F kind of, but like a backwards F or something like that. It looked like an F mixed with like a J or a T or some crap. It's like it's a symbol kind of letter, but they all represent like S's, or I think another one represent the B. And it's like you have to just really translate it. And some of the words you get mixed up, but I mean, I guess you got to understand how to read, you know. But, all right. Coronavirus. Here we go. My bad, y'all. I done spent 7 minutes talking about occult philosophy. All right. Fun fact. Corona means crown in Latin. Crown. Crown chakra. Same thing that this crown, this amethyst is for the crown chakra. Top chakra. So they use, smoke and mirrors. They talking about the coronavirus, right? But it's really crown virus. So y'all named the virus off of basically the 7th chakra that we have because it's in action right now. It's in motion right now. This is what life is on right now. We're on this frequency, on this wave, on this level, and they're using something and giving it that name because it's kind of like, they got to let you know what's going on. So they telling you what's happening right now, but then they scaring you by giving you this fear porn behind it. And if you don't understand what it is, you're going to believe whatever they tell you, and that's what's happening. Corona also refers to the aura of plasma that surrounds the sun and other stars. It basically means aura. The crown is the 7th chakra, 7th seal, opening to God. So that's what your coronavirus is, folks. The original meaning of corona, because it's crown, and that's what it is. So about this coronavirus, though, on another aspect of it, because if you watch any of the videos I got so far of the coronavirus, you know where I'm at with that. But if you haven't watched my videos so far, a quick brief layout. The virus is real, but the virus isn't what you think it is. I think that's a good way for me to put it. Most people think it's a deadly virus. They say that you sick with mild symptoms after day 9. That's when the pneumonia kick in. And then after that, about a week after that pneumonia, you could be in the cemetery. Some people are going down to this route due to the lack of monos binding lectin that they have in their body for their first line of defense to be able to even detect or fight off the virus. And then due to some other ailments, you take this person is probably a real sickly person already, so they already have a bad immune system. You take it being a person who's strongly hooked on technology to the fact that they're stuck around so much radiation from this 5G technology that's been rolled in. If they're around a lot of that type of pollution type equipment and stuff, it's really you just creating a perfect storm. You destroying your insides by destroying it. Our insides is basically getting cooked up and destroyed, and then they're just rolling out the normal things that they do. And then with that being said, they know how it's going to play out because they know how many people. Well, they don't know how many people. That's why this is possibly a test run. I got that from Martin Kinney. He said this coronavirus is a test run for the end of 2020 for what they got going for the end of the year. So now at the end of the year, I definitely know it's popping off. I don't know if it's like a plague. I don't know, you know, zombie apocalypse, alien apocalypse, the earth re-cleansing itself, the grid going out, our pole shift. It's a numerous amount of different things, planet alignments, numerous amount of different things that's kind of just throughout there, but mainly it's happening now as we speak. It's happening now as we speak. So about time to get there, it is to happen. So it ain't like, no, oh, stay tuned to what's going to happen. It's already happening now. We see all the little steps and stages. For everybody who's supposedly awoke or waking up, you've been seeing everything that's been going on in all the years that you're learning. Even the people who ain't really there yet, but they just been learning and been seeing this, been seeing that, been hearing this. It's like for most people, you hear what's going on, but you don't really take it in, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, nah, that ain't true. And that's kind of how you put it. But the fact is that now that you're actually hearing it and you're able to make that decision, it's a big step right there. Just think 15 years ago, that wasn't happening. It wasn't things like this that was being brought up to our attention. And we took consideration on believing if it's true or not. It was just like, nah, that's false. You crazy. Boom. And that's how it used to be. But now, I mean, and that should really be an eye-opener for you. Like, if you halfway there, if you lukewarm, you should get it now. It's like, whoa, how did I become lukewarm? I never was at this point. Well, the reason you're at this point, because it's a transition. Everybody is in this new transition. We're transitioning to a new world. It's out with the old, in with the new. That's what's going on. So a lot of people, oh, the government ain't going to shut down. And then a lot of people, oh, the world ain't going to end and all of this. It is the end of the world, y'all. It's the end of the world. Now, I said this and I strongly stay behind this is a lot of people going to die. I still say that. A lot of people is going to die, bro. It's not just from this coronavirus. It's all to do with the 5G, though. And as sick as your body is going to get. Corona ain't going to be the only virus out there to get you, bro. We already got like AIDS and cancer, all that other goofy stuff. As long as you want to keep eating this meat, you want to keep eating that dairy, you want to keep eating these sugars, and watch how bad it's going to happen. And it's really more so a combination of the three, like the ones who's consuming all three of those things at a high dosage too, and especially if you're not even at least trying to keep the balance by putting the vital minerals inside of your body that you need to withstand or to fight or challenge even the bed that you are putting in you. And then you got to consider this is not only just the bed, it's the environment you in now, because the environment is horrible. And then you think of like the 5G, the technology they're putting out there, which is making it worse. So you can say my grandma used to do this and woo woo. Well, it's a different world now. Our atmosphere is different. The things that they're giving us, the stuff that we wear, the stuff that we eat and put in our bodies is a lot different. And now it's like a little health. And this is, it's like out with the old, in with the new. And basically, if you don't find yourself before this year is over with, before December, before the ultimate of what this year is to bring for this change, if you're not there and knowing who you are, what your purpose, and then starting to live that way, you will be lost in the sauce. So whatever this new world is, not saying this is the new world that you wanted it to be, and not saying that it's better than the world that we're used to and accustomed to, that we were born and raised in. Not saying that it's going to be anything good for that, supplemental, but overall, if you're ready for it, then you can start fresh at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, brand new world. Like, for instance, like Walking Dead was, I feel like movies and shows like Walking Dead, I mean, of course, it's a whole zombie apocalypse. Most people pay attention to that and how the people do it, whatever, how they survive, what they got to go through to survive and stuff. Yeah, cool facts, but mainly think about it like this. It's the end of one and the beginning of a new. So the whole world of what we know today on Walking Dead was over with, you know, started in Atlanta. I mean, just picture Atlanta, what we know today. Now picture Atlanta stop and picture season 1 of Walking Dead. That goes down just in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Of course it'd go down a lot different because we know what Atlanta looked like, how it is or whatever. But just really think about that. Like, the world of Atlanta, I mean, come on, man. You got all these clubs. Atlanta be popping, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they be having the city busting. You know what I'm saying? It ain't busting no more, right? Now, disregard the whole zombie, so everybody dead like that. But just put it into the fact that that world that we know of with the cities and going to the club and this, that, and the third in Atlanta is completely switched into something else, period. Like originally on Walking Dead, it went from it being a booming city to a dead city where you got to kill zombies to survive and don't nobody know what to do. Half the world is dying, boom, boom, boom. So it was out with the old and in with the new. Even though the new wasn't, I mean, you didn't want to sit there and have to kill people and kill zombies and all this. But think of people like Rick Grimes, Michonne and stuff. After so much, they became so strong, you know what I'm saying, that they was ready for this world now. So they out there just know they got to kill zombies. Or they know they got to kill people. They know how to kill people now. They know how to break into stuff. They know how to make their own communities now. They know how to tear down communities. They know how to do everything. And it's kind of going back the caveman way a little bit. But you taking all the traits and trades that you do know of living. And they had to reassess and readjust to maintain. And then some people, you know, they had a little more. They kept on to the hospital. They stayed in all that jail. You know, this, that, and the third. Overall, it was out with the old and with the new. And the new wasn't really what you wanted it to be. But if you was ready for it, you was able to survive in it. And then to make it into what you wanted it to be because you had a fresh slate. You could just stay underground for the rest of your life if you wanted to. You could build, you see what I'm saying? So you can start something new. You don't got to worry about paying those bills no more and that and this. Now I ain't going to say we ain't going to have bills in the new world because I feel that it's going to be more controlled in the new world. And more so you have to, everything gets followed. Like nothing is private anymore. Privacy don't exist no more in this new world that I'm explaining right now that will be ushered in after the fall. And the fall would be the fallout of this world into the beginning of the new world. And it can still just be broke down by people catching this coronavirus. And remember I made a video about the locusts that's out in Africa. Maybe I should research it some more because it was expanding. And just to feel like if those locusts are still expanding, all them crops that's dying. And you know what I mean, if the locusts make it over here to America, on top of a virus killing people and a locust, what if the locust catch the virus? Like, what's really going? You know, all types of stuff can happen. And that's just small scale. We ain't speaking about it's tornado season now. Nashville got smashed by two tornadoes that were completely fake and man-made using magnetic pulse waves. Check out Mike Morales. He has a channel on YouTube. He's great at showing you these waves and these pulse waves on you know what I'm saying, on the radar. Like, I mean, his technology is great. You know what he's doing. Like, check it out. Yeah. So a quick update though. Let y'all know about this virus real quick. Mainly, everybody just need to be safe. They say you get like, you know, normal symptoms like you sniffing like this. You're sniffing, and then you get that cough, that you get that little cough, that you know, that dry crap, but it's normal. And then you get the pneumonia, which is a fever and all that crap, and something about rash and all of this. All that stuff will occur. Yeah. So my biggest concern is this: it's not the fact that a lot of people will contain this virus. See, our first virus in the United States was marked on January 19th, 2020. You take it in, it's only a little bit less than 2 months that it's actually been here in the U.S. And we probably around 400. Let's see, Alabama 0, Alaska 0. This is the current count as of 12 hours ago. Arizona has 6, Arkansas 0. California 168, including Grand Princess, which is an island, and they said they had 1 death so far in the state of Cali. Colorado 15, Connecticut 2, District of Columbia 4, Delaware 0, Florida 20 with a total of 2 deaths in Florida so far. A little less than 2 months here. Georgia 17, Hawaii 2, Idaho 0, Illinois 11, Indiana 6, Iowa 8. Kansas 1, Kentucky 6, Louisiana 1, Maine 0, Maryland/DC 6, Massachusetts 41. Wowzers. 41 cases in Massachusetts on the coast, you know what I'm saying? It's not a huge state, but on the coast. Excuse me. That's damn sure not a lot of cases, especially when I get to telling y'all the different countries. But still, look out in the states of Massachusetts, y'all. 41 already counts of the virus. So, and where I'm telling y'all to be careful is this, because what I strongly know, and if you out there, right, and the virus, if you're out there and the virus get a hold of you, right, it would not even get a hold of you. If you out at the mall and then somebody went to that mall in that store, right, and they got a camera and they see everybody who was in the store at this time, they gonna make you quarantine yourself and whoever you've been around quarantine themselves inside their house, inside your own room, maybe for up to at least a week, I believe. But you just sit in your own room, can't get out and all this. Mind you, of course they come into your house so they can make sure the rest of the house stays protected. And then they gotta monitor you to make sure what your symptoms is doing throughout these days. Keep in mind this, all these things that they putting on your head, on your wrist, your whatever they poking you with or touching you with and all of this. Has it ever occurred to you, like when you go to the doctor to go get a shot, like if you get the flu shot, they put in the current flu virus that's around inside of your body. So come down to the coronavirus. So you trying to tell me you about to inject this coronavirus in me or something to repel the virus, and you can only repel the virus with a part of itself. So if I went to the mall and somebody had the virus or was around somebody who had the virus, so therefore they wanted me to quarantine myself just because it was a chance that I was close to this person enough to catch it, yet catching it or not, or having it or not, you're still going to basically put it inside of my body. 10 times out of 10, you're going to somehow contract me with this virus. Like, you putting me in a facility where the people do have it. You putting me around the equipment that you use for this. Like, you're putting my body, my presence within this virus, like in this condition of the virus. So ultimately, I feel that everybody just needs to take the protocol and precaution to be careful as heck. You're around somebody that's sick, man, get away, and probably don't even tell nobody you was bad them. Like, if you good, you straight, because everybody ain't about to sit here and catch this, bro. It's too many. It's not strong enough, and it's about to be springtime. The virus ain't gonna be able to withstand the heat in the hot areas. That's why a lot of cases ain't running around Africa at all, because the virus ain't withstanding that temperature. And then a lot of our immune systems is stronger in the spring and the summer. In the fall versus the winter is at its lowest point, where it's easier to contain and catch things. So this winter would be harsh due to 5G gonna be more rolled out to break our systems down. 2, the winter gonna come in to break our systems down. And 3, this virus probably floating with other viruses and being able to probably even get strong if they can manipulate it more or whatever. So you take that into account. That's a scary situation by the end of this year, but I mean, hopefully everybody be ready by now. I mean, you take care of yourself for the remainder of this year, you should be good, because you know that line of defense that you got, it's an opportunity for you actually to strengthen it. Most people got about the same line of defense, and that line of defense will work, but once your body start getting broke down, you know what I'm saying, once your body start breaking down and not going back to the way it used to be due to the frequencies and stuff, you're going to wish that you strengthened that immune system already, because then what do die off, you would still have enough to cover yourself. But losing that, it's like a wrap, bro. But I stopped at Massachusetts at 41, Michigan 0, Minnesota 2. Let's see here. We got Mississippi 0, Missouri 1, Montana 0, Nebraska 16. Nebraska, you watch out. Nevada 4, New Hampshire 4, New York 173, of course. New Jersey 15 with 1 death. New Mexico 0, North Carolina 7, North Dakota 0, Ohio 3, Oklahoma 2, Oregon 14, Pennsylvania 11, Rhode Island 3, South Carolina 7, South Dakota 0, Tennessee 6, Texas 26, Utah 3, Vermont 1, Virginia 6, Washington 162 with 22 deaths. That's pretty bad. No, that's ultimately bad actually. In West Virginia 0. I mean, that's the most people dead in one state. Washington got 22 dead in one state alone. 162 cases versus New York having 173 cases. That's 11 more cases with 0 deaths as far as 22 deaths in Washington. So that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. More than likely, these people were more sickly, you know, eating fast food their whole life, munching up all those carbohydrates to the max percentage. Multiple dairy, probably grew up drinking cow milk like it was actual breast milk from their mother, but they was actually drinking from the cow mother, where most people do. I advise you to hopefully slow it down. If you just don't stop, you should just stop. But and lastly, because I'm about to cut this video short, y'all, this was just an update on coronavirus, a few helpful tips. I talked a little bit about my occult philosophy book a little bit, just switching in there. Talked about a few stones that I had, and that was it. I just wanted to talk to y'all and let y'all know, give y'all a few more things to probably study, a few more things to look at, a few more things to have your opinions on or whatever. Oh yeah, Wisconsin had 2 as well. I forgot them. Now you want to talk about countries. Right now they got South Korea at 7,513 cases. They got Iran at 8,042 cases. Italy, which is shut down, they got at 9,172 cases. France, they got at 1,412 cases. Germany, 1,281 cases. Others, I don't know, how could you consider others when it's just countries everywhere, right? 696. No telling who they included in that, which to me, it kind of makes this sound like BS. You know what I'm saying? Basically not as accurate as you would assume it to be. Spain, they got 1,547 cases. Japan is at 530 cases. US, they say 761 cases, which is a little odd because all the numbers I just read off to y'all, I'm not sure if it came to 761, so I'm going to do a little math myself for the end of this video and wrap it up. Switzerland at 374, Netherlands at 321, the UK at 321, Sweden at 325, Belgium at 267, and Norway at 227. So quickly here, let's see, how can I do this? Damn, I'm gonna have to write them all down real quick, and then after I write them down, I can enter them in this calculator, and then once I do that, and then we good. See, I don't gotta write the states down, I just gotta write all the numbers that I see. That's all. Just write these numbers down. And I don't even gotta write the zeros because they don't count, right? Unless I'm trying to do the median, the average amount per state in the US, but we're not looking for that number. We just trying to see if we actually get to 700 cases, because then if not, how does the website that is explaining the different countries don't come up with the same amount as the website that is actually breaking down the states in the United States versus the countries around the world. And it was, I believe it was the same website, but a different page of that website, which makes it a little more ironic. But we shall find out, and if not, I don't know what the bottom of it is, but I probably don't get to it. We just need to find out to see what the media does, y'all. And this right here, and this is what you need to do. You definitely need to do your own research. Just don't take these numbers I'm giving you and that's what it is. Definitely don't do that. You really gotta research this for yourself. And why I'm testing this, because I know that they were saying that it was only like 300 some in the US. So this 700 number is kind of weird. Like, where did that number come from exactly then? Is this really how many people that y'all do already got and y'all just not letting us know about every single case? Or is this a guesstimation of what it should be? Or is this just y'all controlling the narrative, switching numbers up, so therefore we won't be able to really identify? But as I'm doing this ad, and it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. So this is really probably precise. Yeah, it's definitely up there. To be honest, it might actually be more than that number had told us. I got 782. And what was the number that we just said, y'all? Shoot. 1 second. This is the last thing. Shit, I done went over a couple of minutes of where I really wanted to be at this video. I really wasn't planning on 30 minutes. So they got it at 761. So they hit it at 761 cases in the US. And that went up 21 more cases just like within 12 hours basically. So you see how it's rising. It's damn near what, 40 people, 20 to 40 cases a day in the US and rising. So everybody, pretty soon you're gonna be masked up like the Snapchat. That'd be pretty cool if you could get the actual designs as the ones on Snapchat, right, for the little mask. I made the joke about that in the past. But deuces, y'all. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody. Stay safe out there. Stay, you know what I'm saying, knowledge up. Definitely raise those frequencies. Stay balanced and love one another. I love all. Peace, love, and abundance, y'all.